Welcome back, I'm back. And we'll be doing some more achievement hunting tonight. Yeah. We'll be starting off, though, with some Monster Rancher goodness. Because it was the result of the vote that we should start doing the official cups right away. I think after this I'm going to slam the brakes on it a little bit, and so I guess I'm a little bit conflicted on how to do this, because like the battles are the interesting part, and I feel like everything else might just be a little boring to people, but then also I don't like having every one of my Monday night streams being started off with Monster Rancher. That's not what I set out to do. But, yeah, we'll figure it out. How it works. I do want to start doing polling on Discord as well. Drex did a poll recently on his Discord channel that I really liked how it looked and how it worked. And since I've got a couple of outlets on Discord, I figure maybe putting the polls out there might get a little more buy-in as well. So we'll give that a shot. Hopefully that works out nicely. And I don't know, I guess it looks like I'm talking a little bit more quietly than usual tonight, but that's okay. Tonight's, well, I don't know if Sunkist qualifies as craft soda, but it's definitely a unique flavor, so it falls into that category. It's strawberry lemonade soda. I hadn't really seen this flavor from them yet. There's another one that I grabbed at Hy-Vee when I was out in Madison yesterday. I actually have 2 cans here because they're so tiny. I might want more than just 1 can. Because I do love strawberry lemonade flavor. Let's give it a shot. Definitely smells right. Okay, it's a bit more of a complicated flavor than I was expecting. I do taste the strawberry. I think I taste the lemonade. But it doesn't have that, you know, bitter bite that you'd expect from the lemon. Yeah, the strawberry kind of dominates the flavor. But it's still pretty good. Welcome, Jesha and Drex. It is definitely tasty. Drex, I was just talking about our conversation about the voting on Discord and how I was thinking of using that in the future. I wouldn't know. I've never tried to use mod tools on a phone. I think I'm only modded in Fortifier's Discord, and I rarely have to use, well, had to use mod controls there, because the last time I was really, like, watching him consistently was before all this recent bullshit started. Alright, well, let's get started with some Monster Rancher to start off the night then, and then we'll move on to the achievement hunting. Yeah, well, if you had shittier ideas, I wouldn't have to steal them. I mean, I'm sure you're not the first person to do it, and it's probably not the first time I've seen that kind of thing. It's just that that was the moment when it kind of clicked. I love this little intro. I use it for the intro to my Rancher Anakev videos. It's just a lovely little sting. Hey, awesome. Well, I'm glad to see you dropping by. Now, I was testing out the Monster Rancher cartridge for the Game Boy the other day, and it had a wonderful rendition of this music in, Game Boy chip tunes. Got some green beans and some chicken. Okay. Had to make sure that was the right one. I had some carbonara pizza tonight. Kyrian is very well. That's good to hear. Alright, so we have, according to the poll, we are going to be doing 2 official cups tonight. Those official cups are going to be 3 months apart, so we're going to have a lot of training to do in the meantime. But what we should probably do, I want to focus on like his strongest defensive stat. That did actually get a vote last week, because we're doing fine, but you could probably use some work on speed here. Power is fantastic, so let's actually do this. We'll severely boost speed, slightly boost intelligence, slightly drop power, but we can afford to do that. So let's see what he does in the circus. Hit the limbo? Okay. Okay, we could probably do that one more time and still stay above 200 there for power. And no, let's do one bit of power and then we'll do the circus again. Oh, no, that's gonna, like, severely ramp up his fatigue. Let's do regular work speed. I love how the picture changes when every month, or every season. Kyrian is very tired. Alright, well that's fine. We'll do rest. Snow hasn't been that big of a problem over the past couple of years. Let's go ahead and do circus again. Then we'll rest week 3. Alright. Schedule. Rest. Because the battle is tomorrow. Tiri is very well. Anakev, there's an official tournament this week. Kyrian seems to be in good shape now. Yep. Okay. We'll go to battle. Official Cup E. We are probably going to kick ass here. Not quite sure how we'll do in D rank, but we've got a couple of months to train on that too. Hi. Okay, Barura. Okay, I need both hands for this. Yeah. There's the Tiger Suezo there. I can't use that with the PS3. And I'm not going to set up the PS2 just for that. Okay. Alright, not too bad. Ooh. Holy crap! Wow, that is the fastest I've owned an enemy in this game ever. Good lord. We trained him for a year before we even touched, like, he's over a year old now. Before we even touched anything. Plus, the genetics behind Kyrian are tailored toward power. So, yeah, I wasn't entirely surprised that that we were going to do well here. I just didn't think it was going to be that much of an own. Alright, time for Bune. He's a plant dog, not an egg dog. Oh, this is looking one-sided too. Well, he lasted a little longer. 3 extra seconds. Like, seriously. There should be a way to, like, say, no, you're going to completely brutalize every enemy in this challenge. Just go right on to rank D. Tiri, what are you doing? That's a water bottle. Right? See if this guy lasts any longer. He doesn't even have a range 3 attack. Oh, he dodged that one. Didn't dodge that one. Alright, so this guy's at least dodging my attacks a little bit better. But not well enough. Good lord. Yeah, Curian wins. We're gonna be mopping the blood off the floor of that stadium for weeks. I should hope his fame went up a lot. Nice 15 fame jump. I'll take it. Congratulations on your win. You want to praise him? Hell yes. Curian seems to be very happy. In fact, I am going to give him some meat this month. Hello. How are you, sir? Thank you. What could this be? Oh, excellent. I was hoping that would happen. Training fees reduced. It is definitely time, so let's do training. Hello, did you see our ad? As it says, we're now offering discount rates on our training. Please select one. Alright, we're gonna do... Let's do life. Get a couple of more hit points. Eventually, training spots open up for all the other stats as well, but I think that's rank C that happens. Definitely getting a good number of hit points here. Excellent. Kieran is back from training, but he wasn't successful. He's only successful if he learned a new skill. Unfortunately, I feel like we might have been a little too soft on him over the last bit, so I'm going to punish him here just to kind of balance things out. I know he was disappointed, but I'm going to let him rest now. Give him some fish. Yep. That's fine. That's what's on the schedule. I absolutely love how he's curled up on his tail there. That's terribly cute. A long time ago, yes. I should see if I can find it. Do you know if it's streaming anywhere? Okay. Let's do more like power speed again. Tyrion is very tired. Oh, okay. Well, let him rest again. Okay. Do some power work. Hey there, DOS nerd. And we'll give him some more fish. Okay, he is really growing large. Oh, fantastic. I'll have to take a look at that later then. Okay, so we want to do a little bit more work here. But we want to leave week 3 open for rest. I think we'll just do regular power work here. Oh, nice. I just got the PlayStation Harvest Moon from Jeshala the other day. It's never really been my bag, but could be interesting. He's going through his most important stage now. Take good care of him. Well, he's about to get a rest. Thank you very much, Grand Calabash. There's an official tournament this week. Alright, let's see how we do. See if we can go right to rank C tonight. I know, I love it. Ace Combat and Wild Arms and all of that. Got lots of series that I like to try to find. Like, my biggest single series collection has got to be Buck Rogers at this point. There's like 17 ports of that game. Okay, here we go. Up against Igunisu. It's probably not going to be quite as lopsided as the last couple of battles. I'll have to keep that in mind, because there are a couple of things that I've been trying to find that I haven't been able to find anywhere else. Okay, well, that's promising. We're still kind of outclassing the opponent here. I mean, we're obviously not going to... Yeah, we're not beating them to smithereens in 10 seconds, but... Still KO'd him. Mopeto. This guy looks like he's gonna be, yep, Tiger Golem. Okay, so he's got a fair amount of power, but I mean, not a lot of defense. That's weird. He's not doing much damage to me. And KO'd him as well. Yeah, stuff like that is the perfect speed for, like, a streaming device like that. Alright, time to go up against Michelle. Looks disturbingly flesh-toned. Oh, okay. Suezo Hare. H-A-R-E. But he also does have H-A-I-R. Oh, he's not got very impressive stats either. Love that teleport ability, though. Stop it! Oh, wow. This is just ridiculous. I honestly wasn't sure if we'd managed to do very well at all at D rank, but okay, so full-on Golem, these have usually given me some trouble. Oh yeah, Civilization is perfect for that kind of thing. Okay. High power, but its defense is nowhere near my power, so... And skill and speed are way down. I'm gonna... I should land most of my hits. Well, that's definitely happening. Go back and get some will. He's just taking a lot more to topple than the others. Ow. One more hit should do it, come on. Ow! Dang it! Come on, come on. Yes! KO'd right at the last moment. Yeah. RetroArch is officially part of the Steam store now. So that'll be nice when the Steam Deck arrives. Okay, now we've got Whirl, who's 2-2 so far, so... Yeah, I think we've got this in the bag. Okay, no, he's got a better stats. I think he's like Dino Monolith. Let's see how it goes. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, he's actually landing some hits, but not doing a lot of damage with them, so that's good. Go, we're good. Come on. Ah. I could have gotten one more hit off. I would have gotten him. Probably. I don't know if I'll do like full-on reviews, but I do plan to do some tech test stuff with the Polymega. And I'll probably do some tech test stuff with the Stream Deck too. I don't have any planned, but I will be doing some off-schedule streams for the Polymega, though. 57. Wow. Yeah, so it's going to be testing unusual use cases. Yeah, I'm gonna praise him. Alright, so we blasted through those 2 cups. Well, let's see where it goes from here. It's up to you. Okay, save. Yeah, basically like that. I might do it with the Evercade Versus as well. I'm less excited about that, but it still kind of intrigues me. Okay. Game. Switch over to the main screen. You know what? We're here. Okay, there's a quick trophy I want to get on The Price is Right here. Just for the shits and giggles of it. Yeah, I know. It is an Excel sheet. Yep. Ya doo ya doo ya doo ya. God, that was horrible when I was a kid. I gotta say though that that currently the Excel sheet only barely goes into 2023. Because like I said, I'm kind of hoping to ramp things down just a little bit. Okay. So, fully customizing the avatar is supposed to be something that we can do. Square for finish? That's weird. Okay, wardrobe. There we go. So I would say that my schedule is based entirely around the free dive, which I don't necessarily have to worry about anymore. But you know, the free dive stuff would be made available on Tuesday, and I'd have to get the video cranked out by Thursday. So I made my videos release on Thursday. Is that Congo? I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to do a full revamp here. That should have popped a trophy. There we go. There it is. I've already gotten quite a few, like, normal gameplay trophies on here, so I wasn't really looking to play it more than that. Yeah, it's, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, I think I saw, Civi do a video on it. Okay, yeah, I think that might be it. That might be what I was thinking of. I love the quote on there. You don't play this shooter for the fun. You play for the penitence. Wow. Okay. Let's do Raiden 4 also. While we're here. I love the Raiden series. It's kind of like the top-down scrolling shooter distilled into its most pure form, in my opinion. There are ones that I like more, like Raptor. No, I said Raptor. And Tyrion. But I do still really appreciate Raiden. I'm pretty sure it's still free on Good Old Games. I might actually fire up the 2015 version that's on Steam sometime this month, because you can get achievements on that. No one to blame but yourself. Okay. Alright, so... I have to be in a specific... Okay, I have to be in overkill mode. Difficulty normal or high. Got it. Yeah, we'll go solo player 1. Oh, starting at the bottom. How odd. Select character? Okay, that's unique. Okay, I'm actually kind of curious. That's just kind of really hilariously out of place. Well, I guess I don't get to do weapon select. Tate mode! Wow, okay. This game has a really quick feel to it. Oh crap. I don't want that weapon. That weapon sucks. I mean, it's powerful, but it's slow. Back here. And of course she explodes. What the hell is this? Bubble attack. I don't even know which sprite is me in this. Oh, that's the bomb. Okay. Now we use the bombs. Gonna die? Is that a thing you think you might do? I do like it when when you can shoot incoming bullets in bullet hell games. Yay, level 1 clear. Level 1-1 boss destroyed. Hurrah! Sure, let's go on to the next level. Ah, much better. Okay, so I want the red weapon. There we go. Ah, damn it. Probably gonna hurt. No, I didn't want it to hurt me. That's fine. We got a glorious trophy. Oh, I guess one of the other trophies I already had on this was to rescue the fairy. Oh yeah, sure. Back. Okay. Okay, so that's actually kind of cool. Wonderfully arcadey. And also something of a gigglepuss. Okay. Let's see. Where should we go next? PlayStation, Xbox, Retro. I did load some of the. Oh, okay. We'll switch over to the PS5 then. You know what? I actually looked that up. Sadly, there are no retro achievements for Wonder Dog. I had it installed on the internal drive. Huh. I do want to learn how to program retro achievements at some point. That's actually one of my one of the projects I have planned. Because I wouldn't mind putting together a retro achievement set for like the Saga Frontier. Okay. Today is October 4th, Crown Day. During his coronation, the crown of King Martinius the Fool was knocked down by the hands of his own sister. Naturally, the king was furious at her for letting everyone see his misshapen mohawk drooping beneath. Yes, a mohawk. Oh, whatever. That's what I'm guessing, Grand Calabash, is, you know, just keep an eye out for X memory address to change to a desired value. So it's just a matter of figuring out the tools and all of that stuff. And locating those values as well. It's all media vision, man. I really wish they'd come back to the series. We did a little bit of Wild Arms XF last night, and that was pretty cool. Hey, you know what? I've got Raiden 5 on here too. Let's try that. Let's try to get an achievement here while we're at it. Get a couple in fairly short order here. You know, I was actually thinking that at some point, maybe one of my projects should be putting videos up of every one of Armengarde's quotes. All 366 of them. It is kind of wild that this series is still going, though, after all these years. New Raiden of the story is now beginning. Raiden 5 Director's Cut. Alright, story mode, please. New game, normal difficulty. Moulin Rouge. I like the idea of the chase laser, but homing rocket might be good too. Goes that missile. Dang. Vanguard for crystal destruction. I love that these are, like, being presented as actual aircraft or from different air forces. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, weapon select. Oh, I love the bend plasma. That's fun. Homing plasma is cool too, but I love the bend plasma. Wild. I'll stick with that laser though. I kind of like how that's a bit of a spread, but still focused. Like there's a heavier damage cone in the center. Let's go with that. Oh, I get to choose which weapon I'm going to start with? Heck yeah! Give me that bend plasma.
With North America's 4th Air Force and their 8th Infantry Regiment. Are there any survivors from the 3rd Infantry Division and the 11th Regiment? Please respond. They're engaged in battle with the enemy's 18th Mechanized Battalion. They're requesting reinforcements. The 2nd and 4th Armored Divisions are in retreat. More than half of both divisions are reported to be dead or injured.
There's no end to the reports that make their way to the bridge.
Why won't they launch the Fighting Thunders?
Because we're stuck in a cutscene. The colossal enemy had suddenly appeared in the heart of North America. I wonder if that would change depending on which plane I took. This is nothing like the smaller contaminated weapons of the past. During the test flight of the latest state-of-the-art colossal airship that the Army had been developing, it had been contaminated by the crystals. Not only is this a blow to the Army's pride, but it is enough to threaten the Army's tradition of handling everything on their own. Under normal circumstances, when a contamination occurs that cannot be handled by regular forces, a request for an attack using the vanquished crystal defense is placed. But they've been left with the order to stand by in the background.
Immediately carry out an attack by Fighting Thunder, assist the North American Army, and completely destroy targeted weapons of destruction. Those are their orders.
Finally, the attack order to rescue the lives of thousands of soldiers has been placed.
Fighting Thunder. Why even bother with that name? Hey, Raiden, did you hear that? It's a little late, but hurry and make your way to the battleground. I'll transfer each of you the info. Too much blood has already been shed, but we'll do what we can to stem the flow.
In order to speed up their attack even by a little, the ultimate anti-crystal weapons, the treasures of mankind, the Fighting Thunders, have been waiting spread out next to the warship. Like a war cry for the battle awaiting them, their red wings gleam in the sunlight. Like a requiem for the lost souls, their engines roar as they fly off into the sky. Game cheer. Okay, I like that they're actually using the space around the main screen here.
You hear me, Raiden? surveying the
Yay!
enemy, please head straight to
There's
scene.
there's one trophy right off the bat.
Enemies coming to the suburbs, but you can't be negligent. Remember, shoot them before they shoot you. Back speed. I think that you're aware of it, but it's the first
Yes, I
time
love the
this
bent
happened
plasma.
at this level with these kinds of
It's
matters,
so ridiculous.
to be honest. Don't know what will happen, so be careful.
I'm sending you the information on the enemy. No contaminations from surface weapons have been confirmed in the area. This will be aerial combat, so please enter siege. The 18th Mechanized Infantry are engaged
Don't worry,
in
I can't really hear them either.
the enemy ships into metropolitan areas. It is unclear how long they've been maintained by them, so please hurry to the area. The
Scene
speed of
clear.
enemy instructions.
Alright.
Neither the plane nor the pilot has been damaged from the combat.
I wonder if these are like actual other players that are cheering me.
We will be entering the metropolitan area very soon. The enemy in that area are being mocked up by the 2nd and 4th Panzer Division. Please quickly pass through it and aim for the other flank.
Hold on. This is too much for the defense corps to handle.
Yeah.
Descend and pursue the destruction of the target.
Captain, is that really necessary? The citizens have all been evacuated, and most of the enemy weapons have been destroyed.
That may be so. But I'm sure the retreating people feel like coffee. It won't hurt to help out.
Zort. Supercar destroy.
Numerous enemies crossed the defense lines and invaded metropolitan area.
You heard it. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to respond
Oh.
appropriately on site.
Miklas. What were you doing there? How am I missing all these bullets? Jeez.
The number of enemies destroyed has been confirmed. It seems that some enemies on the ground have survived. I'm requesting help from the 2nd and 4th Panzer Division.
This is definitely
Flying between cities. Please be careful.
properly powered up for the,
Have any better advice?
last generation.
I believe it's the captain's role to give advice. Do you have any advice for me?
Make sure you don't hit a building.
I mean, I'm not even looking at the top of the screen. I'm just kind of focused on where I am. So I don't hit any bullets. Ah, all those medals disappeared. The true boss, no miss, destroy. There we go. I'm gonna say, come on, give me something to lock onto.
There are vessels moving from the ship.
Ooh, that was close. Oh, they're shooting little bananas out. Score 1 million over. Yeah, I passed 1 million a while ago. Oh, crap. Oh, I've actually got shielding. Nice. I'm only now realizing that. That's why I haven't died yet. Well, that's good. I always appreciate it when shooter games like this
Check that the enemy has suspended action.
aren't like one-hit kill.
Believe that something so huge is
Zoom!
being But I gotta say that the mission was well accomplished.
Yay!
Excellent job. I will check the measuring instruments, so please stand by at cruising speed.
I'd like to relax over a coffee now, but it seems that's not possible. What's the report, Ashira?
Yeah. I did get Mikulus.
We have
Or
received
Miklas.
contact from the Middle East.
Alright, let's do a little bit more here. See how far we can get into stage 2. Yeah.
Otherwise, there's been
Actually, let me double check here. Yep, okay. I do get a trophy for stage 2. Okay, good. Oop. Ow.
Unfortunately, you'll have to refuse the invitation to tonight's party.
Back here.
There's a town around the oasis ahead of us.
Sexy
There's
beam.
been much weapons attack.
Their attacks seem perfectly efficient. Could it be there's some sort of unified strategy?
Uh-oh. Shields are getting low.
There are no SOS calls from the town. Was everyone notified?
All I know is that I have permission to attack them without hesitation.
Why are you always so military man?
Well, not sure myself. What do you think?
Oh, there we go.
You're a military.
Should see if Drex might be interested in that.
So mean.
He's the one that does the Pugsy speed runs.
Your destruction rate is pretty low.
Ooh,
Captain, you weren't
I got
very
another
efficient
trophy.
out there.
Flash shooter.
I'm sure there's no problem with the raid the valley and proceed without going over the cliff. Why have you chosen?
I'm really digging the music.
I won't jump to conclusions yet,
Uh-oh.
but I sense that those crystals have advanced intelligence.
No way. Even if they had any, it could only be simple behavioral patterns like that of
No.
Can't rely on the words of spirit.
Okay. So you run out of shield and it's an instant continue. Okay, I wasn't near the actual boss, so we'll just let this run down. That was pretty cool, though. I'm gonna have to play more of that. Yes, but being a Mario game, people have heard of it. Game over. Oh, okay. Well, that I guess that was actually another user cheering while I was playing. Okay. All right, let's take a look at a couple of others here. I was kind of interested in checking out this auto chess. This doesn't look like any chess game I've ever seen. I mean, it kind of looks like Protoss versus Zerg on a certain level. Let's see here. Do-do-do. Okay. Please choose an avatar. I only get, like, these 5? Alright, I'll take the ninja dude. Yeah, I'm pressing that button. Well, I don't want to end playing. I want to skip the animation. I've seen it a couple of times already. This ended up being a lot quieter than the last couple, so I'll turn that up a bit. Okay, there we go. Okay. Can I check this? Okay. Oh, gotcha. I wish this wasn't using the analog stick and being so touchy about it. Just use the D-pad to snap. Okay. Alright, let's go do solo game and hope that there's some sort of... Is there any sort of tutorial here? I mean, I know how to play chess, but...
Look! I got the biggest fish!
Well, let's go in here and,
I like to be a champion, which surprises me point by point.
Okay. Casual. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to play a game in casual. Okay, there we go.
Strangler vines and deadly nightshade. Aren't they just the cutest?
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, well, my dude went out there and beat something. Okay, so now I've got some gold to work with. Let's do HP regeneration. Am I... What even are the controls? There really should be a sort of tutorial here. This is not very transparent.
The chakra, I mean magic, ends here.
Okay. I have to use the analog stick, which sucks. Yeah, get that off the screen then. There you go. Okay. Ow. Okay.
Shoot to kill, aim to please. Don't look up!
Look, a dwarf! It tastes like chicken.
Aw, dwarf. Okay, doesn't look like it's going too well. That's fine. I don't mind losing, you know, when I'm new to a game.
My dragon needs to take a breath.
I don't like
Have you
not
tried
even
turning
knowing
this
what I'm
war zone
doing.
needs more hell screams.
Oh. Wait, why are those three guys just kind of standing there? Okay.
I'll exercise every...
Open your third eye and see.
Knack?
There's an arrow with your name on it.
All right. Oh, whatever. Okay, so I can buy stuff mid-battle if I need to. Oh, hey, looks like I might win this one. Might. Nope, guess not.
Friendship is magic.
Oh, dear God. Oops. Yeah, I think I prefer battle chess. At least I kind of knew what was going on there. Sure, whatever. Oh, wait, I get to put someone else out there. Cool. I'm guessing my level down at the bottom there, the higher the level, the more critters I can put out there at the same time. Ow. Get him, get him! Yay!
Do not touch the fire of my tale, the essence of my life.
From now on, I am the sword and shield of Shaman, not the weak brother anymore.
Oh, this isn't looking good. It's not just a rock, it's a rock golem! Okay. Yeah, there we go. Get back up there. Thank you. So I'm not even sure how long I have to keep doing this. Because I don't like the idea of, you know, my only option being to surrender. So there goes a narwhal. Okay. I'll stick with it to round 20 and see what happens, but okay. Why tell? How good an enemy thing is. Guess I just have to kind of pay attention too. See who's struggling, swap them out. Well, okay, yeah, he got owned, but that's because he's a frickin' ranged attack mob. Okay. So let's have... you swap for you. And let's have you swap in for that guy. Oh. Kind of a weird batch of enemies. Yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, actually, that might be. Hold on. Let's put that on the archer. See if that helps her deeps. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm learning a little bit as I go along. But it kind of still felt like, you know, being tossed in the dark, the deep end. Let's see. On. Here we go. See how that goes. Well, it looks like I have like one heart left at the left-hand side, so we'll see how this goes. The source. Yeah, I know I've got a full bench. How do I get rid of someone on my bench? Yeah, because I also don't have any idea of what goes into making an effective party. I'm just getting slaughtered here. Okay, I've finally been actually defeated. Yeah, sure. Nope, don't think I will. And I thought that I was supposed to get a trophy for playing my first casual solo match. Yeah, fine. Yep, yeah, no. Well, that was kind of a bust. Let's see here. I know how we can make up some time. Capcom Arcade Stadium. So I only have like 2 games for this. But it doesn't entirely matter. Alright. R3 to insert a coin. Alright. Acting like I haven't fired this up yet. Weird. But yeah, you can purchase additional cabinets to play like the actual arcade versions of all of these games. Which is kind of tempting for Captain Commando. Because there's really no other way to play Captain Commando. Playable. Okay, so I have Ghosts and Goblins in 1943. Well, I'm going to start with 1943. Start a game. And first trophy here. Throw 9 credits in right away. Hold R2 to rewind. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I really care for the 3D cabinet look. That would kind of be amusing if I could turn my TV sideways. Okay, frame. Okay, I kind of like the little cow. Cow! Display size, normal. None. Apply to all games. Okay, cycle speed up L2. That's another trophy to play with. Okay. Okay, so we cycled the speed up there. Got a trophy. Let's rewind. There's a trophy. It's a shame I've got a timer on the three-way, but at least it's a generous one. Oh, shooting it cycles it. Got it. Oh, I don't like the shotgun. I want my three-way back. Missed the POW. Ooh, what's this? No. Okay. Back to the normal weapon, I guess. Yay, three-way again. Oh, okay, so I get to summon the waves at my whim. That's actually kind of a handy ability. Yep, I know. Shame on me for taking some hits. Haha. Yay! Mission completed. 100% destroyed. Returning to carrier. May you fight bravely. That boat is at a kind of a weird angle. Okay. Actually, I want to get hit. There we go. Let the continues run out. Game over. Welcome to the stadium. And first failure. There we go. All right, there's one more quick trophy to get on this. Oops. Ah, screwed that up. Okay, let's try score challenge. Wait, oh, let's do a challenge on Ghosts and Goblins. Okay. That's great. Okay. Try Ghosts and Goblins. I'm terrible at this game, but kind of not the point. Future high score lister. Okay, that wasn't one I was planning to get. Unless it is the one that I was planning on and they just gave it to me right off the bat. Whoop! Dang it. Where's jump? Why is that jump? No, that is a terrible controller setting. Okay. Jump should not be circle. Yeah, that's fine. Who thought that that was a good default setting? Good lord. Thankful. There we go, that's better. Yay, at least I got the points. Well, how am I supposed to get that? Ah. Game over, player one. Your score did not reach the threshold of 35,000. Yeah, well. Okay, well. Got like 6 trophies there. That kind of makes up for the bust of auto chess there. let's see here. I'm gonna try to, it's gotta be a trophy that I can get fairly quickly. I think I'll just switch over to the, Xbox for the last hour. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, let's do Katamari Damacy. Gotta let this play. I love these soundtracks. They've got such great music. I love this too. Ah, hello, Prince. This is the King. Long time no see. We thought today would be a good day for rolling. The Katamari. The Prince. Where the first rolls, the second follows. Roll, roll, roll. For that purpose alone, we went to the bother of making this space. The king of all cosmos going to the bother just for rolling a Katamari. Just for that, went to the bother. So, we would like for you to start the rolling, but, first things first, does the prince like vibration? Meaning the moving and the shaking? No, we hate it. Plain is best. We love going on au naturel. If that's what you say, what you declare, then you can turn the vibration on and off with the view button on the controller. All clear? Yes? Oh, good. We shall see you later. I remember that the asynchronous or asymmetrical controller analog controls actually really pissed off the creator of Katamari Damacy at first. Because it just doesn't feel right for this game, and I agree. Oh yeah, definitely. My, such very princely indeed. Such skill, such class. Dazzling. We feel a swoon coming on. Next challenges, charge and roll. Quick turn, look and jump. Careful with the look and the jump. Not easy to do with when you're rolling in a hurry. We shall see you later. Ah, left stick. Got it. At last, a rolling genius. We are speechless. Pomp, pomp. That must be one of those benders Brock's always talking about. No, it was indeed not a dream. We really did it. The King of all Cosmos has really done it. A sky full of stars. We broke it. Yes, we were naughty. Completely naughty. So very sorry. But just between you and us, felt quite good. Not that we can remember very clearly, but we were all in nature's embrace. Yeah, he was high. We felt the beauty of all things and felt love for all. That's how it was. Did you see? We smiled a genuine smile. Did you see the stars splintering in perfect beauty? So many there used to be, almost a nuisance. Now there's nothing but darkness. 'Tis but a dream, but a beautiful one. B-U-T. That miraculous, fabulous moment has passed. It's over. We came to and found everyone furious. Even the King of all Cosmos was not spared their wrath. Really, everyone was irate. So anyway, Pee-wee Prince, hurry up and bring back the glorious starry sky. Our problem? Your problem, yes? You owe us your existence. We collect on the debt, yes? Hand in hand, always there, yes? The very definition of the father-son bond, yes? All right then, get cracking. Sending things to Earth. Here we are, Earth. Full of things as usual. Ah, so small, you're as small as ever. We did not notice, not one jot, what with the stars and all. What is that? That body, that physique. Could you really be our son? You didn't even need to gestate. I just squirted you out directly. Aha, we've got it. Build yourself up while you roll the Katamari. Work out and get bigger. Yes, indeed. Don't presume to take the escalator up to the throne just because you're the prince. Ooh, tangent. First time on Earth means no worrying about time. We think we'll come and pick you up when that Katamari is 10 centimeters. Ooh, just remembered. Many things live here, scurrying around and generally getting in the way. When one of those sneaks up behind you, an alert comes up on the lower left. Should try not to bump into anything alive. But don't worry about it too much. It won't end the game or anything, so just relax and roll. Good luck, Inchling Prince. Oh! The same thing! This was the very first thing we ever rolled up. We feel a little emotional. I should put this in the diary. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Oh, we're getting bigger stuff. I love it when we've got the TV in the background there. Can I pick up that butterfly? Oh! The same thing! This was the very first thing we ever collided with. Should put this in the diary, too. Gotta be close. Oh. I was hoping I could jump and catch that butterfly. Oh, I got one! Yes! Screw it. I was hoping to get the 10 centimeters just on the table there, but... Chitty! How goes it, Prince? How's Earth, huh? Huh? Oh, you made a 10-centimeter Katamari. Oh, fabulous. We'd forgotten all about that, so you're mostly clear on everything, we assume. Everyone on Earth is very nice, so they'll be very helpful, yes. They'll let you roll everything up with a smile. Yes, possibly also a wave. Anyway, let's go home for now. Bleh. Oh yes, almost forgot. Completely slipped the mind. When rolling on Earth, there are a few more things to be careful of. Cannot roll up objects larger than your Katamari. No. I'm good. 10 centimeters, 1 millimeter, huh? It wasn't the first goal, but it's not very exciting, is it? Next time, we want a much bigger one. The thing that you collected the most of is... My, Earth really is full of things. We will now release it into the sky. Yay, the beginning of rolling. Cram. What? You forgot your own planet? Really? Are you serious? So you're not just small, but a bit slow, too. As a parent, we cannot feel but partially responsible. This is your home planet. The planet where you live. Here you can look at the stars, save the game, and do all sorts of things. You can even visit Earth and the space mushroom just by pressing the left bumper or right bumper. Roll your Katamari around on Earth, visit the space mushroom to compete against your cousins. And that's about it, your smallness. Do get a grip, your absent-mindedness. Yep. Let's save really quick here. While I'm thinking. Save it in the nah slot. There we go. Nope. Okay. Pomp pomp. Magandang Tangkali Po. Have you ever been to the Philippines? We stopped in the other day before yesterday. Bigger than the prince. That's why I made that crass comment earlier. We hope you can visit during the day's rolling, like that's possible. Oh yes! A royal present for the hard-working prince. That's what we were thinking, while playing catch with your present. And it just went down to earth, just fell to earth. Must be around somewhere, so roll it up while you're at it. Today you'll be rolling inside the house. The Katamari should be, let's see, around full 20 centimeters. We can believe in you for 7 minutes in Earth time. But any longer than that, and even the king of all cosmos can't be expected to wait. We look forward to a nice Katamari, Mini Prince. That's the best ant trap. Frogs. Can I pick those up yet? Nope. Okay. Oh. Just trying to get the shogi tiles here. Pick up the slices. Good. Always takes a bit of time to get used to the... Is that a Famicom? No, it's like... I don't know, it almost looks more like... I don't know, an SG-1000 or something. I mean, it's an obvious fake console. Hey, there we go. 10 centimeters. Just get it bigger. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. No, too late. Nice roll up. So aristocratic. We are dazzled. Anything that scampers, let's just roll it up before it runs away, runs off. Of course, we will put this in our diary. Ah. Change the camera perspective on me. Can I pick up the birds? No. But I must eat birds for dinner! Why can't I pick those up yet? Oh? What a nice Katamari. Substantial, yet goes down smooth. But actually, we would love to have a much bigger, nicer Katamari. We'll leave you to your work, then. Okay, so I've got the 20. We don't have to worry about not meeting the target. One of our royal presents. You found it, yes you did. Be sure to keep it in the Katamari till the end. on, I just want to get back up there. There's got to be bigger stuff I can start picking up now. Like tiny birds. Eggplants everywhere. Oh, nice. You enjoy that. Dang it. There we go. Happy New Year! I want to get one of those shuriken. There we go. Time's up. It was boring to watch this whole time. We'll zip back to space now. Royal Rainbow! 35 centimeters, 3 millimeters. We are moved to tears by the size of this thing. This is so incredible. Happy, happy, so happy. We want to turn it into a star right now. Here, this is our royal present. Guess what? Guess what this is? The thing that you collected the most of is stationary again. My, Earth really is full of things. We will now release it into the sky. Yay! Rolling sweeper. I feel it. I feel the cosmos.
そろそろ出発しますよ。はーい。
臨時ニュースです。星空が突如なくなってしまいました。原因は現在調査中とのことです。
Okay, what's that new present we got? Winter scarf? Sure. I don't think I've unlocked... Oh! We do have a couple new cousins. What cousins do we have? Marcy? Nick? Havana? Kuro? Ace? And June. I'm gonna go with Kuro. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Oh, I guess I can't choose Kuro yet. Alright, let's go ahead and save. I think I want to do another level. Welcome, by the way, Rianne. Jesha may have left to go watch The Voice with her dad, but oh, there she is. We'll do one more level. Boa tarde. Have you ever been to Portugal? We were there yesterday. We hope you can visit during the days rolling, like that's possible. Oh yes, almost forgot. Oh yes. A royal present for the hard-working prince. That's what we were thinking, but we sort of tossed it down to earth. We had an issue and we just sort of pitched it away. Must be around somewhere, so roll it up while you're at it. At least he's not stumbling. Today you'll be rolling around the town. The Katamari should be, let's see, around a sweet 50 centimeters. We can believe in you for 9 minutes in Earth time. But any longer than that, and even the King of all Cosmos can't be expected to wait. We look forward to a nice Katamari, loser prince. Oi! You complimented my last Katamari. Dick. I see the biggest dick here isn't what you got in your pants. Yeah, snag those butterflies right out of the sky. Oh, that fish is too large. Grab all the cans. Keep smacking me around, Mr. Fish, and you're gonna end up in one of these cans. Is that? Is that a mouse I just picked up or something? Oh no, it's a dung beetle! My kindred! Where'd he go? There he is. Love Poopy. Come on, get up there. There we go. Gotta get those takoyakis. Now, my mom and I went for lunch yesterday, and we were initially thinking of going to Panda Express, but she was having problems with tremors more than usual, and she was worried there would basically be a rice explosion at the table. So we just went to Culver's instead, but now I'm starting to wonder if I want some Chinese food for lunch tomorrow. Hey, there's some clogs. Nope, can't pick up the carrots yet. Chocolate. Alright, let's get all those birds. Ah, they flew away. Now I can pick up a bunch more of this stuff. Oh, I want that shuriken back. Thank you. I love that you can pick up the chalk drawings off the road. Clang! Well, we've almost got our 50. Just have to actually, you know, pick stuff up. Clang. Should be able to grab the carrots. No? Still no carrots? Fish, fish, fishy, fish. There we go. Oh, what a nice Katamari. Kind of bratty, kind of shy. But now that you've come this far, we would love to have a much bigger, super nice Katamari. We'll leave you to work then. Oh, we got some crab. And I would wager that this entire game is culturally correct. Still haven't found the gift. Bad kitty. Okay, now I can pick the carrots up. Oh no! So many people getting killed by these things. Doing a public service picking up all those symbol monkeys. Oh no! Meow, meow! I picked up Peanut. Goes around and around. One minute left. Where's that cat? Come here. Haha. Takeout food. Come on. Simply drowning in plastic bottles. I was hoping to get 100, but alas, it does not appear to be. Alrighty, that's it. We just remembered something we have to do. We're zipping back to space now. Royal Rainbow. Bleh. Very fat Katamari. 86 centimeters. We are moved to tears by the size of this thing. This is so incredible. I want to turn it into a star right now. The thing you collected the most of is playtime this time. We'll release it into the sky. Poise.
ねえねえ、さっきテレビで星がなくなったって言ってたよ。ほほほ、そんなことがあるものですか。さあ、タクシーが来ましたよ。本当に言ってたのにな。なあ。
All right, let's go ahead and save. I think I might have to keep coming back to this over the course of the month. Because, I mean, finishing each level gives you a trophy, so it's kind of perfect for this. Let's see, what else do we have? I want to play some Tetris Effect. My bandwidth is gonna hate me for this, but I don't care. Really? Unreal Engine. Particolicious. Okay, they were talking about user-generated content. That doesn't exist in Tetris Effect yet. Definitely journey mode. I'm so glad they have that thing where you can save pieces for later. Oops. Ah. Hold on for a sec. Okay. This needs to be louder. I love that first song.
Close your eyes so you see my vision. Unite the souls so there's no division. Look into the future, we see all seasons. Aiming for the top, but what's the reason? Hands to the sky and realize we're free. We become the legends we were meant to be. Now open your eyes and you will see. I can lead you home, just follow me.
Here we go. Yay, we got a trophy. Arcturus. Couldn't get to a Dodecatrix. And yes, they actually call it that. On the PS4, I did get a Hexadexatrix. See if I can... don't have any zone on hand, but I can at least get a back-to-back combo. I'm surprised the frame rate is keeping up. I'm actually quite impressed. Let's go there. Alright, let's see if we can start building stuff up now that we've got some zone to work with here. Crap. Alright, do this for now. There we go. Now we're back in shape. Okay. Close. Got a couple more trophies there, so that's nice. Oh, got the zone done. Man, I've been getting lots of trophies on this. The controller is also vibrating quite interestingly with the music as well. Some of my favorite tracks are toward the end. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's go. Oh crap, we don't have the zone ready. Dang it. Also lovely setup. I kind of feel like I grew up in a generation that doesn't have to think too hard about Tetris. Like, the shapes just make sense. You see exactly where they need to go. My nieces and nephews don't seem to be very much into Tetris. That's fine. I've got plenty of other stuff to play. Put that over there for now. Let's build this up a little bit. Yeah. Not gonna pass up a Tetris to finish the level. Not exactly my favorite one, but it's an interesting level. I mean, I was about to say what Twitch channel would be appropriate for you, Saint Laurent, but I guess there are plenty of like makeup art stuff out there where it would make sense, just not for my channel. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. Oh, that is just exactly the wrong kind of piece. There we go. needs to go there first. The next long one can go down that chute. Ooh, we've also got... Come on. Can I get a long one, please? Ah, screw it. There we go. It's 14. Decahexatrus. Hell yeah. Oh, I only needed to get 12 to get the trophy? I was cutting it a little close, but at least I got it. I have had both my mom and my sister take a nap to me playing this game before. It's pretty dang relaxing. Ah, not what I wanted to do. Now let's start clearing this up here. Dang it. There we go. Some of my favorite tracks in this are toward the end, which I don't have access to currently, obviously, because I'm just starting out on the Xbox version. Ah. Stop it. It's one of the rare games, too, where so little of the screen is taken up by the playing field, but you don't feel like the screen is wasted. This also was a showcase for the PSVR. I actually don't like playing it in VR. I am perfectly happy with just playing it on my big-ass 65-inch HD TV with the lights low. Oh, it's... The music alone is just chef's kiss. In fact, there's once you finish a playthrough, you unlock a game mode where it will just basically play through the stages. Not like actually doing the Tetris stuff, but through the musical part of the stages, and it'll progress just so you can enjoy listening to it. For those who are watching who might have Game Pass, this is on Game Pass. No, let's do that instead. There we go. I think this is the last one in this area. So I'm gonna try to complete this before I end the stream tonight. If it's not, then, you know, I'll just end it. Crap. Yeah, sure, why not? And you'll notice that the speed went up. They like doing that sometimes, where they change the speed partway through a level. But it always seems to go with the music, so I don't mind it too much. There we go. Excellent. Perfect timing. Another A. Amazing. All right. Well, let's see who we're going to raid tonight. Let's go with Elraidris. Been a while since we've raided him. It looks like he's playing FF6 tonight. I figured that was the case. But, alright. So tomorrow night, we'll be back with Free Dive. So we'll be taking a look at all the PS Plus and Games with Gold freebies for the month. And then next week, we'll be back doing some more achievement hunting. This has been fun. I like being able to jump around and get all these different trophies and play all sorts of different games. But right now we're going to go over to Elraidris. Rest well when you do. Always appreciate you dropping by. And see you next time. And in the meantime, enjoy Elraidris.